Hey y'all, and welcome to Shade and the City. I'm your girl Treese.
It's Nels.
And today, y'all, we are here to get into none other than Power Book 3 of Raising Kanan. This is season 4, episode 2. It's all love. Okay. So yeah, y'all, you know what to do. As you're coming in, please make sure that you hit that like button, let the algorithm do what it do so you know that we here. And yeah, y'all, we gonna hopefully get through this and not keep y'all up all night. But yeah, let's get into it. And yeah, let's get shady. All right, y'all. All right, y'all. Oh, y'all slowly but surely coming in. Appreciate it. Miracle. Yes. Hey, boo. Thank you for making it this week. But yeah, if you guys did not catch before we start the recap, if you did not get a chance, if you're ready to love viewers, or if you just like us, our foolishness will really be, please make sure y'all go check out our live from this morning. It was very entertaining as always. Okay. But yeah, y'all, welcome. Come on in. And so basically we're gonna start off this episode. We know the show opens up. Juke is in boot camp. Is honestly, I felt like was the first 10 minutes of this, right? So she's kicking behind against all the men, which I did love to see. And
then she's showing up everybody.
Okay, and you know what? I like that they did that because it really, in my mind, it just reminded me of her character as she got older and how tough she was. And so it was like, okay, it makes so much sense. She's been this way since. Okay, hey, Blatant Truth, welcome. So yeah, y'all. So then we cut over to the police station, right? And we see a press conference. And I'm not sure who the person is. Y'all fill me in the chat who this person was making the announcement. I don't know if this is supposed to be somebody important, but I did not get the name. And I don't know what's going on with my captions lately. So if a lot of the times I say the lawyer or did it because I didn't get their name to the end, I don't know why Starz is screwing me like this.
My captions are weird too.
Yeah, it was because usually, when they have a speaking part, they'll say it'll tell you the person that's speaking and like what they're saying. It's not giving me that anymore.
It doesn't always.
Yeah, well, mine used to do that. So it's y'all.
I think
a hell of a ride.
I think the TV knows that we don't need to know this person's name.
Okay, I guess we'll just chunk it off to that. Anyway, so he lets them know that the NYPD has done an exhaustive investigation and determined that Detective Howard was involved in a narcotics operation with Ronnie Mathis. Rest in peace, Ronnie. I miss Ronnie. Who was a known street pharmacist. Okay. So they said that they have initiated an investigation into Ronnie and believes that the unalivings were carried out by foreign nationals. So he says they're still trying to locate these individuals, but lets the reporters know that the local component of the case has been concluded. And then one of the reporters actually ends up questioning him about Detective Shannon Burke, which I almost forgot about her. But yeah, and he's like, do you still believe that she deleted herself? And so they're like, yeah, of course we do. Of course we do. And then another reporter asks how they're supposed to, sustain public trust. And he tells him that, the actions of one officer don't determine the whole department. And, obviously they plan on working to regain the public's trust. So, yeah, that was it.
So, yeah, that definitely put Rock to rest. Her and her lawyer, basically.
I got his name at the end, at the very, very end, literally last scene. His name is Andre, because literally all my notes say the lawyer.
The lawyer. Rock told Marvin not to get cozy, with these any more snitching white mofos. Okay, the other people. Okay,
right.
And he said, that ain't even my style. That ain't even my type.
So, hey, lovely 31. I'm sorry, I didn't want to cut you off. Go ahead.
But it is though. Unique went by Pernessa's house because he wanted to see what his baby mama was up to. He wanted to see his son. He saw eviction notice on the door.
What is her name again?
Pernessa.
Why did mine says
Because you always mess it up.
Yo,
always.
Why do I no? Literally, my notes say Prunella. And I said, that's such an ugly name, but I don't like that other one you said either.
I'm gonna say you don't like Pernessa either. You always
no,
mess
I don't. I don't. Hey Danielle.
You ain't never messed it up that bad, but it's Pernessa.
Prunella, same difference as ugly. But go ahead.
Giving Cruella.
Right. I don't know why I thought that was that child name.
Well, anyways, he saw that there was an eviction notice. He goes in the house. He ain't nobody there. I guess, right, Danielle? Thank you. I guess he saw like maybe they was playing checkers and that came to an end. I don't know. I don't really know what set this man off. But then he started punching walls and the holes in the wall. I thought he was gonna find money in the walls or something. I don't know why I expected more from that scene. I don't know.
I hear you. Miracle said that name is ugly. Not gonna lie, it is. It is. Prunella, girl.
Is she talking about Pernessa or Prunella?
Don't do that. And y'all, as y'all coming in, don't forget to hit the like button. So yeah, let it do what it do. Let the YouTube know we here. So okay, you done with Prunella?
I don't know who that is.
Okay. So then we see Kanan. He's counting his stacks, counting his paper when one of his paper bag boys.
It's OC.
His what?
His name is OC.
Oh, the dude's name is. Oh, I know that. I was just saying.
Oh, okay. What up, Colton?
Oh, hey, Colton. I didn't even see you come in. Look, Miracle said they both ugly. All right. So then, yeah. So we see that Kanan plans on dropping the rate for his new guys that they bring on board. OC tells him that the inventory is a little tight. And so Kanan lets him know that he'll get at Rock and see where the product is at. So then Crystal stops by, and I ain't even gonna hold you. Is anybody else? I mean, I knew we saw her last episode, but I know that was like a flashback. So I kind of understood her still being in the picture. But after we've confirmed and know everything that has gone on, why are you still running up behind this little boy? I'm gonna blame it on the fact that she's young.
I was gonna say because she's young and dumb, girl.
Because ain't no way. But anyway, so yeah, OC leaves and then she points out how odd he is, and Kanan says, you know, what happened? Oh, hey D. So yeah, so she's pointing out how odd that little man is. And so basically he tells her, he's like, well, why are you always watching my work? I noticed that. And so she's like, no, my eyes are on you, boo. Okay, on you. All right. So she tells him, then they, you know, start having a little romantic moment. She tells him to go, you know, go get a rubber. Okay. And he don't have any, because in my opinion, what this told us is he just been running so many girls up and through there that he forgot.
That he was using it all on them trees?
Huh?
That he was using it all on them?
No, I'm saying, like, I feel like, I mean, I don't know.
But he's cheating safely. At least he's keeping it safe.
I mean, yes, he's cheating safely, but I still feel like you should know your count. So you know when you're down to one, I feel like, and you know when you need to go to the store and like, so that makes me think that he's just doing it so often. And clearly
I'm just in shock. This sounds like something that I would say.
Right. And then the crazy part about it is I think Crystal is hip too, because if I was a woman, I count. So I absolutely would have been like, oh, you out. But last time I was here, you had one. Okay, that's bad. We good. That's off the table.
You know what? This is the backstage.
Yeah, it's turning into after dark conversation.
Because now I got questions.
Danielle said Kanan like him some Crystal though. Hey Jeremiah, where you been? Yes, we missed you. We literally talked about you.
Where you been?
Right, we literally talked about you last episode and or last recap. We was waiting for you to jump in the chat, and I literally look. I'll slide in your DMs because I was looking for your recap. I was surprised that you didn't do one on your channel. Danielle said everybody don't know their body count. Let alone Magnum count. Okay, I'm just saying. So anyway, y'all. So basically, she gets upset and she leaves. Did we get to the part where she talks about how they talk about how he paid for the deletion? okay, of the baby. And she tells him that she really wanted the baby, but she only did what she did because he asked her to. And he was like, well, it was the right call. And she was like, no, it was the right call for you. I wanted that child. Again, and I think my notes even say, hold on, because I had another question for y'all, chat. So Juke is gone in basic training. I cannot remember the other young lady's name at Spelman. Please forgive me.
Aisha.
Oh, thank you. Aisha. That is not what I was thinking. Okay, so Aisha's off at Spelman. What is Crystal doing? Because it gives me the vibe everybody's went off to school and moved on. Clearly, Kanan's not in school.
Out here getting deletions.
Okay, it was a question that I had, and I thought maybe y'all would be able to help me out in the chat. What the hell is Crystal doing? Why she ain't go off and do something? Why she again still running behind?
You want to be with the dope boy?
Hey, all right. So yeah, so basically, she wants a child to love on. She want a child to love her. We all know when we grown and we got kids, that's not why you bring them into this world. Okay, y'all are terrible. Jeremiah, I had some situation going on, but I should do a video soon. You should. I'll be on the lookout. And if y'all are not supporting our boy Jeremiah, he is one of our A1 day ones in the Power Universe.
Right, Jeremiah.
What happened?
I said, I hope everything's all right. He said he had a situation going on. I don't know how.
Okay, but yeah, love you, support you. Thank you so much for coming through. Lovely 31. I think she has issues at home with her family for her to say what she did to Kanan. Okay, I like that, Lovely. Okay. And then Danielle crazy behind talking about Crystal out here thotting and bopping. Well, I guess she is. So anyway, he's like, that's not really what I want to do. It might not always work out like that. And she explains, well, just because your relationship is messed up with your mama, they ain't got nothing. That don't mean it's gonna be the same way with me. And then she goes, and by the way, and this is why I say she was counting. She said, I know you're messing with other girls.
And that's why when you said it, I said, why didn't I think of that?
Right.
Because that sounds like something I would have said or would have thought of.
Right. And so she was like, I saw you down the street the other day talking to Michaela. And he's like, oh, that raggedy bitch. I ain't really interested in her. And she was like, And so, she walk away mad or whatever. But we know she gonna leave, but she'll be back. She'll be back. Because as Danielle said, she out here thotting and popping.
She ain't got nothing better to do.
Okay.
All right. So we see Marvin. He goes to pick up Lou from rehab. I kind of just put the whole thing together.
Oh no, I did too. So thank you, because I did the same thing.
Lou asked him, how's our favorite soldier doing? We know he's talking about Juke. He said, people screaming all in her face and stuff. He said, well, I know she used to it because her daddy is Marvin Thomas. He's like, all right,
okay,
you got jokes, all right. And basically told him, listen, you just got to find something to keep yourself busy. Take care of yourself because I don't mind. All right. Lou said that he has a meeting with somebody that Shirley linked him up with, the same person that put out Fame's single.
I got his name at the end too. It's Lowell Geflin or what is this?
Girl, they said it at the jail. Lowell.
Well, that's his first name, but they call him Geflin or Gelfin or something.
I think that's his last name.
Yeah, but it's Gelfin. I got it, okay? I worked hard to get that name.
I ain't about to get tongue tied over nobody's name. So hold on. Whoa.
You were talking about Lou and Gelfin or something.
Oh, so Marvin said that basically Fame is getting a lot of love for they're both getting a lot of love for the song that they did. But said that now there's a warrant out for Fame's arrest. Said word out on the street, word in these streets is that he was talking. He talked a little too much, and then he got scared and took off running. So, Lou tried to cape for him, talking about, well, he ain't no snitch. And he said, people get real chatty when they looking at a long ass bed. Okay. So Lou basically.
So do you think that he snitched? Because this is interesting. Because part of me felt like, are they trying to leave room for Fame to possibly come back, or is he really like on a run and we're not gonna see him again?
I don't really care.
Oh, Jeremiah, thank you. You chimed in at just the right time. I feel like something is going on with the famous actor. So you think like him personally is probably going through something, which is why he's not there. Because I just thought that was weird. I was like, okay,
well,
the character, I don't really care. Oh,
I don't really care.
D said, I am so mad at Fame's mother.
I'm tired of hearing that same damn song. Let me
Oh,
drop
you're
this song.
stupid. Danielle said, I think they're trying to leave room. Okay. Okay. I like that.
Well, I know I don't need a body. Okay. So Lou basically thanked him, for pitching in on his rehab bill. He said, you always there for me. And I want you to know it ain't going unnoticed or unappreciated. Okay. Lou was talking about how great therapy was. And Marvin said, it's all right. And basically, he's still pissed off at Gerald because, he met that man in therapy. He did him dirty. Okay. And Lou was like, you know what? Listen, I'm going to do
You
right
know,
by
it's
you.
you know
Okay.
what's so funny? I couldn't remember his name, and my notes say the the junkie slash reporter slash informant.
Gerald, Trees, he said the name. He said
I
Gerald.
said the
He
junkie slash
said
reporter
Gerald.
slash informant. Okay. He
He
was
was
all of
all
those things.
Oh my goodness.
Danielle said, that's what they did to Neek. What did they do to Neek? Now you lost me. Oh, left room for him. They left the door open. I see you. I see you. I get where you're going. Jeremiah said, famous mother, an idiot, sending that weapon to the police. Yes, she was. Lovely 31. Right. Famous sister returned to Queens for what though? Great
Yeah.
point. Because I was lost last episode. I said, why are we here and who is she? I don't understand. Okay. Then we meet I don't remember this character from before. If y'all do, weigh in like y'all always do. Garcia, he apparently walks into the captain's office. I do not remember his name either. Forgive me, y'all. It's been a long
Captain.
time. It's the
Captain.
captain, but I had his name last season, but it's been
I
a
got
long time. It
the
shouldn't have
captain.
left me. You know what I mean? I ain't know what to do. So anyway, so he lets them know that after the press conference, he tells them that even though the task force has been disbanded, it's not closed by a long shot. And so he says that the FBI only cares about organized crime and doesn't think Howard gets them anywhere close right now. He wants the, unaliving of Detective Howard to be solved, dirty cop or not. He then goes into how he thinks it's about, he's about 6 months away from them making him take early retirement. But until then, he wants the case closed by the time he walks out the door. So he tells Garcia that he's a one-man band and that he can't share with anyone what's going on. And he instructs him to press on the informants, lean on his locals, and squeeze hard on anyone he can, which we end up seeing is going to be Kanan. And he believes the power is the same person that I guess sprayed up Detective Howard by Baisley way back when. That was before my
I
time.
mean,
So
he closed. He closed. Oh,
he
wait, you
did.
didn't see that? You didn't.
No, I didn't see that. That was probably season 2 or something. I didn't jump into season 3.
Oh.
Yeah. But anyway, and so basically he just wants somebody to pay for, Detective Howard's unaliving because of course that was his homeboy, bad cop or not. Daniel said they may have sent Jess to collect her brother or his ashes. Damn, Daniel, what? I understand it's not Sunday morning, but that's so dark. Damn. Lord. Jeremiah said, I feel like Marvin or Unique is gonna off famous. Now, Jeremiah, I will say this. I do think for some reason I felt like watching this, and probably closer towards the end, I feel like Fame may come back. At least that's how I feel. And he's gonna be unalived. But I think it's actually gonna be Rock to do it. That was my, even though she sees him like, oh, her son's friend, and that's a little boy, Rock is very, if it comes down to protecting her family first, that's what she gonna do. So I don't know, for some reason it popped in my head that Rock would be the one to do that if that happened. That detective might find out that Howard being Kanan's father, and that might be the end of him. Well, okay, go ahead, girl.
All right. So Kanan is at the house doing some laundry when, Rock rolls up on him, and basically he gave her the money. He's like, look, I need to re-up. So she's like, you going through this work real fast. And he said, yeah, but I'm making less on it. So she's like, well, we can sit down, talk about your books. He's like, yeah, let's not. My books are good. Okay. We ain't being friendly. We're not doing mother son. What?
See, that I was here's my issue. And this is how she really loved her child. Because what you are not gonna do is have an attitude with me, be barely speaking to me, but you gonna come over and use my good water and
Well,
my washer and dryer.
he has to be there, remember? He has no choice. He don't want to be there. Remember, he wants to be at his place.
Well, at his place, ain't he got a washer and dryer? He can do that.
Rock
I'm sorry. I'm not.
Rock wants all of that. She wants all of that.
Else tells you I don't believe in rewarding bad behavior. I would be the type of person I would cut the water off while I wasn't there. Just to prove
and that's one thing he can tell his damn PO. Oh, well, I can't even wash no clothes. I can't go to school with no dirty clothes, so I can't stay here. She the one that want him there. He don't want to be there.
So she want to make that. I'm just, I just feel like when you want to be independent, you need to be independent all the way.
And he do, and he can. She don't want him to do.
Look, you out here want to be grown. I'm just saying.
He has the means to do it, but she don't want him to. So, she let Kanan know basically, the police are moving on. They ain't worried about us right now. And he let. Oh, and then he's like, okay, so when we get to work, and she let him know that Quan wants her to come through and have a conversation before he hits her off again. So she said she'll keep him posted.
Okay, Danielle, that's a good idea, Treese. Rock always doing something to piss Kanan off, so often his best friend can be added to the list. That is very true. Blatant truth. Treese, do you see Kanan's blinds? Of course there's no washer and dryer. I'm just saying. Okay. I'm just one of those. I'm the type of parent, let you say something to me. Oh, you would not. I would take your phone. If you think, because I pay for my phone, guess what I do? I'll shut off the electricity to your room. How about that? Guess who runs everything up in here? Okay. Rock a better mother. But that's why I say that's how you know she loves her son and she trying to make it right.
She wants him in the house.
That's what I said. That's how you know she loves him. Because again,
she gonna make
you could have been in my house and felt like you was in jail. Okay, believe that. All right.
So Unique went by Pernessa's mom's house, saw her heading in, and then he's beating his head like a weirdo. I mean, I hope don't mess with my man's character.
Right, but you know what's so crazy? So I don't know if I had this conversation with y'all last week or if I was talking to my boo, but I was explaining how I feel like this season is going to be so different because, of course, y'all know I love Ronnie. And I feel like he adds the element of excitement. But it was funny because my boo came in and he said, well, technically, Neek is the new Ronnie. And I said, I guess. I said, but I don't know if I like Neek in that fashion. I need somebody his wardrobe isn't giving crazy, deranged, Mr. Rogers looking. It's not. I don't know. It's not doing it for me.
He's not crazy because he know how to dress.
I mean, clearly he is crazy, but I don't know. It's just not Neek being I don't know. It's just not doing it for me. But I still like seeing Neek on the screen. I just could have. I don't know. It's just not doing it for me. Anyway, so yeah, you done with him beating himself in the head?
Yeah.
Okay, so then Kanan is walking down the street when he's harassed by Garcia. As I told y'all, Kanan makes it clear that he doesn't know where Famous is, and Garcia tells him he doesn't believe him. And then we learn that Famous has been gone for 2 months now. So Kanan lets him know that no matter how many times he harasses him, he doesn't know. He doesn't know, and he can't give him anything that he doesn't have. So then he asks, "Well, since you don't know about Famous, I bet you know about Detective Howard, don't you?" And Kanan tells him, look, that's y'all dirt over there at the, messy police department. Y'all the one that got it, dirty cops and stuff running around there. Y'all got problems, not me. And so, Garcia lets him know before he leaves that he can make his life real tough and real complicated out in these streets. And so Kanan's like, that's all right. I ain't worried. You don't know who my mama is.
That is not what he said.
And you know what I loved about, I'm jumping ahead, but when Rock told this man, you don't like the way I move, but you love the results, you better Rock. That's why I love her. That's why I love her. All right. Jeremiah said, I don't even trust Kanan's girlfriend. She not built for it. She's not. That's why I'm honestly, and it's no hate towards her as an actress or her. I just don't understand why she's around unless she's just. I don't know. Are they gonna make her the baby mama? Like, I'm just. Did Kanan have a baby mama when he grew older? Yeah, because he had his son, Sean, right? Because that was the one Tasha was smashing on. So I don't know. Maybe they're gonna make her the baby mama. I don't know what her significance is of still being around at this point. Besides that, Jeremiah said Unique is the Black Tommy. Okay, I can see it. And he fine like Tommy too. A little finer, but he fine like Tommy too. So
a lot finer.
Don't do that. He's the Black Tommy.
But I can do that because I love me some Tommy. He's still a lot finer.
Look, D said Black Tommy. That's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So Lou got to his nasty ass house the way he left it. Okay. He saw there was a lot to do and he got started. I said, thank you, Jesus. Because
can I tell you that gave me so much anxiety?
I thought he was about to sit in that mess.
Honestly, on the couch. When I saw him walk in and I saw them how messy, I ain't even gonna hold you. That would have made me slip right back into addiction. I would have found the nearest corner store and a bottle, and I'd be like, "This is sad, God." It was awful.
I remember when he left it like that. That it was disgusting. So Juke found out that another member in the military was getting kicked out because they found his dirty gay magazines. And then she also found out how I guess some of the other members felt about it. It was given, it was making her feel some type of way.
Well, and I think as we learned last episode, Nicole is her name, the ex-girlfriend. Her dad tried to warn her that look, going into they're not as LGBT, and this is what's supposed to be early 90s. They weren't friendly like that. Like, if I'm not mistaken, they were.
I don't think he said it like that though.
What?
I don't think he laid it out like that.
Oh no, he didn't lay, but he was giving her because he obviously know that she messed with his daughter. You get what I'm saying? So he was trying to tell her without telling her. He should have been more. Now, to your point, he should have been more direct with her, so she could really understand before she went and enlisted. But
I didn't even take it like that.
Oh no, I absolutely took it like that when he said that. That's why he was like, "No, pursue your music. Don't go to the military."
See, he said conservative, and for me, I took that as you're Black. You're going into the military with these conservative white folks, and you're Black.
And see, I didn't take it like that. I took it as you're Black. As look, 3 strikes, like D said. You're Black, you're gay, and you're a woman. Period. Yeah. And you're outshining all the men.
Well, I mean, he didn't know that.
But you understand what I'm saying? So that already puts a target on her back.
Yeah.
But I know he said conservative, but
so Marvin, he went to the Chinese spot, the one that they get their work from, to do a pickup, and he saw the owner's nephew stealing product. He said, "You disrespectful mother. You did this right in front of me." So like, I'm not just sitting here.
Was it just me, or was I was a little surprised that the owner, I understand Marvin is very scary, especially when he's hungry, right? But I feel like the way he was pressing his nephew, I think he just would have hold on. And I honestly thought he was going to get caught up and little boy wasn't going to have nothing, even though we saw him do it. But I was like, oh, because when he emptied his pockets and there was nothing there, I was like, Marvin, he got you. And I thought the uncle was going to go off. But then when he made him pull down his pants and we found it, then I was like, oh.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying you thought the uncle was going to go off regardless.
No. I thought he was going to once he was like, oh, see, you trying to accuse my nephew. And that's not what happened. But then when he was obviously proven to be right, he knew he had to shut the hell up.
Basically. He told his ass, "Don't you ever bring your ass back around here." So then the uncle was like, "Well, his mama's sick." He said, "Sir,
that ain't got nothing to do with me and my money and my product."
What he said, if everybody with a sick mama came and stole spring rolls from you, okay, you wouldn't make it to the morning. You wouldn't make it to breakfast. Okay. He said, "Ain't nothing getting stolen on my watch."
Okay, right. Jeremiah. He said the old Marvin from season 1 is back. He don't trust no one. Okay. Like I said, y'all, I missed season 1, but I did hear Marvin used to be ruthless. That's how he ended up in therapy. So then Rock, you're done with him, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So Rock goes to meet up with Quan, which is the Vietnamese gentleman, right?
Mhm.
And he tells her that he's raising her prices by 20%. And Rock tells him, like, oh, you can't do that. And he said, and did.
Basically,
And then basically says, have a good day.
you're dismissed.
No rebuttals. No rebuttals. Okay. And then we see Marvin sitting down with Stefano. Stefano reveals, so we have a confetti moment. Stefano's daughter, Paulette and Tommaso are now expecting.
Oh my
Eh,
goodness.
what?
Is that
Oh,
right?
and stuff. Oh, is that what that is? I thought no, that's my washing machine. No, it hasn't
It
started
is
raining here yet.
pouring.
I was waiting for it. Sorry, y'all. For y'all on the Northeast, y'all know we got showers coming like literally
Oh,
within seconds. I be
I,
watching the rain.
I don't even know.
So if hitting you, give me about 30 minutes and it's gonna be pouring here. So yeah, so anyway, they're expecting. Stefano tells him he has another job for him. He says he has a bookie that's skimming off the top and he's not a good listener and he doesn't take constructive criticism well. So Marvin's like, oh, so you need me to give him deconstructive criticism. And
He said
so,
destructive criticism.
well, yeah. And so he
I
basically so he tells him, not to go too hard because basically he's one of his best earners and we know that unfortunately, you can't put Marvin in a box like that. You just got to let him do what he do. Can't put him in a box.
Yeah, he definitely sent the wrong guy.
Mm-hmm.
So Lou met up with Sheila's Connect, Lowell. He said him and Famous had a hit on their hands, and and then asked him, has he heard from him? He said no, but I'm sure he'll suck her back. So Lou said, that he was like, I know you was waiting for me to get out of rehab. He said, whoa, listen, okay, let me stop you there, okay. I want to let you. I've been to rehab too. Okay, all right. He said I went for cocaine, liquor, and pussy. Okay. He said in that order.
In
Apparently, it
that
made.
order.
But and listen, and I'm glad he said it because I know dudes do this. All right.
Oh, about the sex addiction.
He said I went for sex addiction because basically I slept with my wife's sister. Okay, and that was his only out. I said, ain't this person?
Oh, I absolutely. Matter of fact, what was it?
You
Who
hear that,
came out?
Hallie? You hear that, Hallie?
I
Don't
was gonna
believe.
say, I think Eric Benet came out and said that was all book, and he really didn't have a sex addiction in the end. I don't know. I feel like I heard that.
Child. Well, he said no one is beyond redemption. I did like when he said that. And he said, he's a big gut person, okay, and his butt is screaming at. Did I say his butt? His gut is screaming. His gut is screaming that Lou is the one, okay. He said he wants him to run his hip hop imprint, okay, and the fact that him and Famous were able to come up with this hit record just in the back of the cafe. He was like, something that I don't. So Lou told him that, he listened to his acts that, that he signed. And really, he's only got one artist on there that he like, and it's B Rilla. Okay. He said B Rilla is a pain in his ass. Okay. And he'd be really in Manhattan Correctional.
That's funny. I'm sorry.
He said that he was just talking to his attorney about letting that man go. Okay. Because he didn't even chart. So Lou was like, okay, that's not his fault. He said the flow was hot and the production was weak. Okay. So he was like, you know what? If I keep him, you gonna come on board? Lou said, yeah, no, I'm not. That's not what I'm saying. Okay. He said, I just got out of rehab. I'm still trying to figure my own stuff out. All right. And I gotta leave my options open.
I will be honest. I don't know what it was about this episode. Maybe because we didn't really see him cry about anything, or But I actually appreciated Lou this episode, and y'all know I don't ever see it for Lou.
Like alcohol don't make you emotional. You better stop going in on Lou.
I'm just saying, I could appreciate Lou this episode.
Well, he suggested for him to go meet B Rilla and said if he's still intrigued and like what they was talking about, that they should keep in touch. He said just like in therapy, don't close. He said
don't close the door. Leave the door open.
Leave the door open. Okay.
Right. So I want to address this question from D. She said, why is Quan giving his ass? I think that Quan is doing that because he knows that I think right now he's the only supplier for Rock. That's how I would say it. But I don't know. Y'all weigh in the chat why y'all think Quan has turned over a new leaf all of a sudden and decided to give Rock a hard time. Um, Danielle said, "Be real is a pain in the ass, and so is Party."
Party. Because it's party next door.
Huh?
Because it was party next door.
Oh, I didn't catch that.
Or not? No. Or what's? I don't.
I didn't think that was Party next door.
Or what's his name? It's
No,
Party.
I know what you're talking about. Isn't that Party? That's Cardi. That's the one that used to date Meg, right? No, not is it? Yeah, they used to date Meg.
What is his name? It's Party something, not Party next door. It's Party.
No, it's Party Fontaine or something like that. I feel like. Am I wrong, y'all? Y'all, I know. Look, thank you, Danielle. The two Danielles. Okay. But yeah, so Party, yep, he was Meg's ex. That's what I thought. Okay, sometimes y'all gotta help us. You know, we a little old. We don't be knowing all these up and newfound rappers and stuff. Jeremiah said, I hated Lou last season. He kept crying and telling. I absolutely agree with you. Jeremiah.
It makes you emotional.
No, look, Jeremiah, all last season we was here. We saw each other, so I ain't even mad at you. Danielle said Lou was about to cry in the car when Marvin said he don't trust nobody. He was. You saw the tears welling up in his eyes, but he ain't do it. He ain't let it go. Okay, Jeremiah said Quan gonna be mad when his restaurant gets burned up next episode by Neek, but he's not gonna know. And to your point, Jeremiah, if I didn't see the preview, I didn't see that in the preview, but if that is gonna happen, you absolutely know Quan is gonna think that it was Rock.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that'll be interesting. All right, where we at?
Juke going.
Okay. Oh, is it Juke? Okay, see, I jumped to Rock and Stefano, so I'll do her part. So Juke shows up at Spelman.
Oh, okay.
And she surprised her boo, Aisha. My notes say boo because I couldn't remember her name. And so they get in her dorm room and she asked Juke how oh, so you out? You out for good? And she's like, no. So Juke reveals to us that she done went AWOL. Okay. And I don't know if y'all know how serious this is. Now, granted, I am not a military person. However, the little bit that I do know, I do believe they can put you in military jail for that. Mm-hmm. And you sit for a little while. Because it absolutely is.
I think they most definitely do.
Yeah. You can't just run off. That's a contract that you sign. And that's why I look at people sideways when they sign up for it, because it's contract. And when they want to pull you away. Okay. So, so then basically, she knows she's going to get in trouble for it. But, she said, so that makes it even weirder. I wonder if she did get in trouble, because how do you end up becoming a cop after? All right, I'm reaching. I'm doing too much. Anyway,
maybe you're okay once you do your time. I don't know.
That's a good. Y'all let us know in the chat what y'all think. So, basically, she felt like she couldn't be herself, and we know why, obviously. So then, Aisha wants to know her next move, and she tells her, well, actually, I was thinking I could just, kick it around campus with you, figure out what college life be like. And the way Aisha hit that spliff and looked at her and said, that ain't gonna work.
She switched it up when Juke looked at her, though, at least.
Right.
But the whole time Juke was excited, but she's just like,
right. She's like, look, you cool and all that, and I know what we had, but and I know the love we had stays on my mind. You know what I'm saying? However, I'm finding myself, and at this time, I just got to be free. Hey, free. I'm just saying, that's what she said, right? She need to find herself. And so she ain't got time to be messing with Juke and having her laying around and, pressing her. And I ain't even gonna hold you. I think she got a boyfriend. And that's what she really don't want to tell her. That's just my opinion.
I find myself. I was like, oh.
That, and she was like, a lot has changed since we last seen each other.
D said, I so love Aisha for that.
But and so Juke tries to be understanding, but you could tell that she feels some type of way. We do learn that Aisha has recovered from her eating
and also
situation.
Also, isn't that, wouldn't that be harboring a fugitive? like, I'm trying to get my studies done, boo. You got to get the hell up out of here.
Right. And you got the police walking around here. Maybe she here. But no, I absolutely think she has a boyfriend. She says she thinks they're both trying to find their place in the world, and as much as she cares about Juke, she needs to do that on her own. And I ain't even gonna hold you. And to D's point, I respected Aisha so much for that, so much for that. To your point, D, I'm happy that Aisha did what Crystal is not doing, because that's what Crystal should be doing. You cool? We had a connection. We connected for life, but I can't do it. I ain't got it to do. But that's just me. Danielle says she would be punished either way, being gay or being going AWOL. Okay. She told Juke she was confused at the end of last season. She did. But however, I don't know, because what they gave us episode 1, Danielle, made you feel like she absolutely knew where she stood. And again, I'm not saying you can't change your mind, but even still, I think Juke was kind of taken aback, like, oh, you switched up.
And you popped up.
Well, that I always tell you, pop-ups are never good. I don't know why people do, unless you want to find some don't pop up. I don't ever think it's cute. I don't think
you get like a little inkling, like, hey, what you doing this weekend? I need a phone call or something.
Right.
So I'm not like, hey, what are you doing here?
Right. And then I was like, oh, she got a room to herself. She ain't got no roommate. I was thinking about that too.
She might be out, out in the back.
D said, yeah, she could definitely get kicked out of school for harboring someone in her dorm, and her parents were not going for that. Right. Mm-hmm. Jeremiah said, Jukebox gonna turn dark this season. She quit music, ran away from the army. Okay. All she got is the game. That's a great point, Jeremiah. Okay. So we gonna see Juke turn, because I still like her right now. I didn't like her when she got older, but right now I still like Juke. She's still in my happy spot.
All right, so Rock is complaining to Stefano about Quan, and he like, ain't really much I can do for you, boo. He said all he does is arrange the transportation for my product. So what you want me to do? And she's like, well, you the one that told me to mess with him. Okay, because he was the only game in town. So he's like, yeah, because we have an existing arrangement. So she was like, well, what if I wanted to be Quan and be the supplier? So he was like, it's gonna take a lot, boo. Okay, you gotta know a lot of people with some poppy feels, and make friends with them. To find friends like those is hard, and it's even harder to trust. And she's like, okay, well, what if I found one though? He was like, well, I mean, I ain't never gonna turn down no good old offer. Okay, you come to me with something better than that Vietnamese mother over there. Okay, telling you 20%. We're gonna have to sit down and talk about this. We're gonna work some things out.
So it was weird, because I was like, you're acting like you're not talking about you. It was like you're having a third person conversation. You're like, well, you need this and this and this and this and this and this. And yeah, I can do that for you for the right amount. Well, why don't you just say that? Let's just come out and say that, Stefano. Let's stop playing these word circles. Let's stop. Okay. let's stop doing that. Let's stop. So then we see Marvin. He goes to see the bookie that Stefano told him to scare. I did not get his name, so my apologies, y'all. The guy tries to pull out, the pow on Marvin, and calls him a BAN. Y'all know what that stands for. And so he basically then tells him that he's an Uncle Tom. And Uncle Tom ninja, okay, is the words that I got, which results in Marvin unaliving him. And that was pretty much that. Marvin don't play. Squad, help me understand, what was the big deal if Marv was doing from Rock? What's the secret? I think what it is it's a trust thing, in my opinion. And I get what you're saying, D. I think what it is that Rock has her eyes over everything, right? And even like when she was sitting talking to Andre, I'm skipping ahead, but even when she was talking to Andre at the end, and he was like, oh, well, the police said that they saw you and Marvin at Stefano's. She can cover herself. But if she doesn't even know what you're into, how can I cover you?
Also,
so I think That's my opinion.
What just happened to me is a good example, because Rock has no idea that Marvin is working with Stefano, right? But she knows Stefano and she knows Marvin, and she would
Right.
probably feel like they would not be a good match to work together.
Right.
Stefano gave him specific instructions. Go scare him, but don't do anything more, because he's a good earner for me.
Right.
How do you think Stefano's going to feel when he finds out he took this man out? Marvin
Well,
kind of
that's the one thing I was mad they didn't go deeper on. They gave us a little clip, but they really, because I was like, I think Stefano would be a little bit more upset than.
Well, he don't know yet.
I think he did know, because remember they had the phone call when Juke walked in the house when she comes back home, and he was on the phone with Stefano.
Oh, I might have not got there.
Yeah, he was on the phone.
That might have been in that last 11 minutes.
Danielle says Stefano is the plug and works directly with Rock. She needs to know who is in the business. I absolutely agree, Danielle. Go ahead, boo.
All right, so Rock and Kanan go meet up with Pop and Snaps. Okay, give them the last bit of money that they fronted Ronnie and Kanan. They said, this is what we invested. This ain't our return. with the rest of it. Okay. So Pop said we didn't give money just to get our own stuff back. Okay. We give money to make money. All right. And they said they own part of the business. Candace said, whoa. This is not what we discussed. Okay. When you was putting Ronnie down. So Rock said any deal that you made with Ronnie goes down in the ground with him. And he said, listen, ma'am, I don't mean to disrespect you. Okay. This conversation does not involve you at all. All right. We finance Kanan and we finance Ronnie. Rock.
And I can appreciate that.
Rock was and that's why she shut the hell up.
Right.
Because she knew he was 100% right. So.
And while you're if y'all have not already, please make sure y'all hit that like button for us. Appreciate you. Thank you.
Kanan said that his business was up and running before he met any of them. And Pop said, if you want to keep all your profits, from your little weed business, that's quite fine. Okay. But that horse you was running, that gets divvied up between all of us. All right. So he looked at his mother. She said, like he said, I wasn't a part of this. All right. That's you and Ronnie's deal. They ain't got nothing to do with me. Okay. So they told him.
This is where I go back to. You want to be grown so bad. Be grown.
So they told him that, he has a problem with loyalty because he put a thing.
I love that they called him out.
Head, okay. And his devotion to his mother is suspect at best. Rock said, all right, let's go, Kanan.
Right.
He said, I'm done talking. When I tell you, them people stood up, his people stood up so quick, like, homie, you done.
Right.
You done. All right. He said he's done talking. And Snaps, hold on. Oh, I'm sorry. So he told him, you better listen to your mother's son. All right, we'll finish this conversation when you settle down. So after
you said Snap, so I'm so happy you got this scene because I kept getting them confused. And I said, why couldn't they name one of these Crackle? Because Snap and Pop is just too close.
To me, Pop just sounds like it should be the dude's name.
And it's not. That's not. He's not Pop.
No, it's the chick. The wife is Pop.
This is why somebody need to be named damn Crackle. I'm done.
So after he left, she told him that he needs to be careful messing with Snap and Pops because they dropped a lot of bodies to get where they was, and he was like, "Oh, like you, okay?" And she said, "I can say the same for you." All right. Basically, and he said, "You know what? What is she?" Oh, he said, you did what you did. And she said, I saw an opportunity to solve a problem and he took it. And she took it. He said, that problem was my father. Okay. She said, I did the right thing. All right.
I'm like, Rock, that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, she said, I did what
that's neither here nor there at this point.
He said, the only reason you're still breathing right now is because of the calls that I made.
And then that's where she goes into the whole.
She said, you may not like my decisions, but you like the results. Okay.
She said, you love the results.
Yeah. She said, you love the results. She said, I'm not forcing you to work for me. Okay. Give me the word. You can get out. You can go. Okay. It got real quiet. silence. Okay.
Okay.
And she told him that she can almost live with the fact she can't trust her son, but she need to
But
trust her business partner.
that that is facts. Okay, so let me get back into answering Deirdre's question. Um, Jeremiah points out that the feds are also on to Stefano, which is true. Hey to Marcus, I see you got in here late. Hey boo, make sure you hit the like button when you come in, please, please, and thank you. Rock will think that Stefano had Andre Barnes smoked because he had intel on Stefano. Oh, I love when you come through, DeMarcus. You always put it from a different angle. I definitely didn't think about that. Honestly, I was literally sitting at the end of the episode, like, why did this have to happen? But you know, it is what it is. Um, and then Rock will deal with is it Joaquin as a plug. I do remember him.
Wasn't it Hakeem? What was his
Hi Queen. Hi
Hakeem?
Child, don't get me lying. I'm still over here calling this girl Prunella. Don't get me lying. They're trying to pronounce this man name, okay? So then we see Lou. Look, Lou goes to meet B Rilla in jail. He already knows who Lou is and tells him, you know, his record with fame is some trash. He asks him his thoughts about getting back into music, and B Rilla doesn't seem too interested. Okay, he says he's been signed for 2 years and he's still on welfare. And so Lou tells him that he's interested in working with him, and you know, and basically he's still kind of like, nah, I'm not really feeling it. And so he was like, well, what if I can get you out of here? And he's like, and how am I gonna do anything when I'm in jail? So he's like, well, if I can get you out of here by the end of the day, will you agree? And so he's like, I'll agree with whatever the hell you want at this point if you can get me out of here. And so we obviously end up seeing or know that that's what's gonna happen, because apparently Andre is an amazing attorney. I ain't even realized that. I mean, I knew he was good, but damn. You want me to do the next one?
From this point on, I ain't got it.
Oh, you terrible. All right. So then Kanan, this is a sad scene. Kanan's at the doctor with his grandmother. He explains that her cancer has spread to her kidneys and her lungs, unfortunately. And his grandmother and Kanan's like, well, I think the doctor was explaining something, and he was like, well, you don't sound too sure. And finally his grandmother has to like speak up and was like, Kanan, I'm dying. Okay. And so the doctor said, like, look, we can increase the chemotherapy, but unfortunately, it's just going to make a more difficult situation. And unfortunately, the destination is inevitable. And I was like, well, damn, when you put it like that, God damn, I mean, I guess that's a nice way to put it. But, and so we see Kanan once he gets his grandmother back home. He basically tells her that she needs to talk to her kids about what's going on. And she tells him she doesn't know what's worse, facing death or facing her kids. Thank you, DeMarcus, for the super chat. Whose flow is better, B Rilla or Famous? Famous.
I didn't hear B Rilla's. B Rilla yet.
B Rilla's ain't a chart topping either, but
I mean, I feel like Famous is good. I'm just tired of hearing that same song.
Danielle said neither one of them. They both suck.
The streets need a new song.
The streets need a new song. Hold on. Miracle said Famous. B Rilla rapping was horrible. Thank you, Miracle. Yeah, it's just not, it wasn't giving what it's supposed to give. So then as I was telling Nels, we see Marvin on the phone with Stefano. He's trying to explain what happened and what went wrong in the bookie situation when Juke walks through the door unexpectedly. And so of course he's mad excited to have her back home. And so he's like, oh, I gotta get off the phone. We done. And that's why I said no, he absolutely knows what he did, but he didn't really have to answer for it because he was interrupted with Juke. Then we see Rock. She's sitting with Andre, who assures her that the feds basically have moved on from her family, but they are still focused on organized crimes, specifically, you know what I'm trying to say, Stefano Marchetti, okay? He tells her that his contact inside let him know that Rock and Marvin were spotted with him. So this is when Rock is like taken aback to hear, and she's like, Marvin? And so she plays it off and she tells him, oh yeah, because they were talking about fish tanks and whatnot. And that's what, to your point, D, that's what Jeremiah was saying. He basically, she can't cover for him. She don't know what he's doing. So he tells her the feds are willing to give her a get out of jail free card, free to use at any time. Basically, if she's willing to snitch on Stefano. And so, you know, he lets her know they want her help and they're very willing to compensate her for it. As they leave, Andre tells her Lou reached out to get somebody out of jail, which we obviously know to be Rilla, and says that he's going to be sending her invoice because that's outside of their, retainer and what he is retained for. So she said that's fine because Lou's label guys will pay the bill. And she tells him one day she really wants to know who his connections are in the FBI and NYPD. And basically he says that, he would never want to give her that information because that would make him expendable. Basically, nobody needs you if you're given your tools, right? And so then we see Neek in the car, crazy Neek, giving Ronnie tease, sitting in the car from afar, just watching. All right, let me go through some of these comments to see what y'all talking about. D said Famous has a dope flow to me, but B Rilla seemed to be giving his real. You know what, D? I'm gonna give you because you're from a time, where that form, like raw, rugged hip hop was like, I'm gonna give it that. Because you think you like KRS-One. That's what I'm saying. Like you're and that's kind of what, because it's 80s, 90s, that's what it gives me. Maybe that's why it's not like I'm not like bumping, but so that's no shade. I'm just saying, I think they're trying to embody that type of music that was out at that time. DeMarcus said, DeMarcus, if I could give you your super chat back, send that back to you. DeMarcus, B Rilla is, I'm sorry, he okay. And again, for the time period, maybe the realness or whatever, the late 80s, early 90s, yeah. But I wouldn't want to hear him. He wouldn't be on my playlist. Now, Party actually is on my playlist. Party is, okay? DeMarcus said Marvin will have to pay the bookie's debt.
I agree with that. He took him out.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
There's going to be consequences. There's going to be consequences for him taking him out.
Andre Barnes hugging Rock was foreshadowing the unaliving of Andre by saying goodbye. Oh, well, don't give it away, DeMarcus, but you did already. D said, yeah, I'm just saying Marv could have casually let Rock know he's doing ish on the side for Stefano. No big deal. I don't think but like Nell said, I don't think she would agree to it because she knows Marvin is hot-headed and he need to go back to therapy right now is what it's giving me. Because he's messed up because of the trauma behind what happened with the informant, junkie, and reporter. So Gerald. So poor Andre said he didn't deserve that. He didn't. I think that Adina was Andre Barnes' mole. Who the hell is Adina, DeMarcus? I know you're gonna tell me, but I'm just waiting. Who is the Adina? Because I know you always know everybody and they name and where it came from. Miracle said it was more of a battle rap flow, not even early 90s. Okay. Oh, here come Danielle. I was born in 77. They still suck. I don't care. And then DeMarcus says B Rilla equals Breeze. DeMarcus, bye. We had this conversation last episode. Don't nobody know who that man is. Let's move on, okay? So then we cut to Shirley's little spot, the little bar, and where B Rilla is performing. Kanan is there, and Crystal walks in. He tells her that, you my girl. He put his name on it, okay? And said, you are my lady. You're everything I need and more. Oh, hey, you are my lady. You're all I'm living for. All right, I just had to hit y'all with, I'm old too. So again, there was no shade to D, okay? So anyway, he tells her that, I told y'all that.
Oh, goodness.
Lou goes to talk with Shirley and she's so happy to see him sober. She tells him that she likes the new guy, talking about what's his name? B Rilla. Talking about B Rilla, and she lets him know that Gelfin or whatever, that man, the Low, whatever. And is this name supposed to sound like Lou? Is supposed to be close to Lou? That's what's Lou. I don't know. But anyway, so he's there looking for him. He goes to see Gelfin. They make a deal. He says, I'm gonna have my people, draw up a contract. And then Juke walks into the bar and surprises Kanan and Crystal. And that was, kind of it, y'all. And then we see poor little Andre walking to the door of his apartment, y'all. And before he can get in, we see Neek in the corner. I saw it. I don't know if you saw Neek sitting in the corner, but I saw him. I clocked it. And so Neek said, "Oh, is you smashing her?" He ain't say smash. I just ain't gonna say what he said. He said, "Is you smashing her?" And before homeboy even got a chance to answer, he hit him over the head, knock him out. He down on the ground. And then he said, "Because if you are, please understand, she's effing you." Okay. And then pals him, and Andre is gone. And that was the end of the episode, y'all. Nella's in shock because she didn't get to see the end.
So exactly, why did he take him out?
Because he saw him hugging Rock.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, so be real. DeMarcus said, "You reminds me of ODB." You are stupid.
I didn't see it said who Adina was.
Oh, Adina was Shannon Burke's girlfriend. Thank you, DeMarcus. I appreciate that. Thank you. I completely forgot about her. DeMarcus said Crystal could be sneaky as Effie. Imagine if she smashed B Rilla. Ooh. I mean, clearly we don't know. Like Danielle said, she out here thotting and bopping, so I wouldn't put it past her. Danielle said, "Neek can follow me to my apartment. Come on in, sir." Okay. I think most of us would say that, y'all. I think most. However, y'all can have Neek and just take.
Oh yeah, you can have tape.
Follow me, okay? But yeah, y'all, put your last thoughts in the comments before we hop out of here. If you haven't already, please make sure that you hit that like button so it gets out to the algorithm and does what it do, so people watch the replay. And yeah, y'all, we appreciate you being here with us and supporting us for another recap of the Raising Kanan. Oh, look, D came back. I was like, oh, she mad at me. But Unique was jealous of Andre Barnes. That's what DeMarcus is saying. Mm-hmm. So yeah, y'all, make sure you like,
comment,
make sure you subscribe,
hit the notification bell,
and make sure you're following us on all the platforms, the Blue Sky, the TikTok, the IG, and the Facebook. Thank you so much, Danielle. We appreciate you, boo. Thank you again, DeMarcus, for the super chat. And yeah, thank all of y'all. We always appreciate y'all showing up for us, especially on a Sunday night. We know y'all got to go to work in the morning. And so we're going to let y'all go, but we will catch you next week. Thank you, Miracle. See you later, boo. I'll see you for Beyond the Gates or 90 Day, one of those. Good night, Bookie. And yeah, we'll catch y'all next week for another recap. Have a good night.
Good night.